Hello everyone, I'm outside in the garden and I thought I'd give you a quick tour of the garden, how everything looks before everything dies off and looks dead again. So as you come in the garden, we have our fig tree here, and this fig tree is awesome. It has been giving us fruit for 3 years now. At the beginning it was not really fruiting much, but that's because we hadn't added the logs and the mulch around the tree. Now we have, now they're taking off. Right here is just my little patch of flowers and different plants. Got some pineapple mint there. Right here, it's pineapple mint. It smells really good. You can use those for drinks or anything, pineapple mint. Then we have mugwort, the plant of protection, the herb of protection. Really good stuff right here. And it's taking over everywhere. I believe we have his brother, cousin, sister here. That's white mugwort. Also smells like mugwort. Very powerful smell. Alright. So, here, we're not going to go too much into detail, but this is a holy basil? Thistle basil? I don't know. Smells like bubble gum. Really good. And then we have my favorite. This is lavender, guys. I'm sure y'all know what that was. I love the smell of lavender. And I've tried to grow lavender many times, but lavender just seems like one of those that's really hard to grow. That's mugwort, hellebores right there. Just a couple flowers. We got some soapwort right there. And just little herbs here and there. And we have something for the birds, and we had doves in that cage until the cats attacked it. So we've been discouraged to put the birds there again. Has some autumn sage for the hummingbirds, and we have, this is what I know it as is a hummingbird vine, because that's what I know it as. And it's just kind of wild here. The hummingbirds love it. It's taking over, guys. Y'all kind of need a place for this hummingbird vine. Preferably a fence, but we would just let it grow, and it's beautiful. There's morning glories, blue morning glories in here. There's also white morning glories, which are little and unique. Okay, so I'm going to take you on this side of the garden. If you look down that way, that's how you get out of the garden and go into those chickens. That's their coop right there. These are Josiah's toys. Lemongrass right here, which we probably need to harvest and do something with because season's closing in on us. Castor bean, keeping the gophers away. We have lamb's quarter, which is really good to eat like a spinach. On this side, we have bitter melons. And bitter melons will never stop growing. You just let them grow, because would you look at this? That's a baby pup. The season's closing in and they're still, and look, they're just on top of the ground. Just look at that. They're just right on top of the ground there. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of mulch there. Cover those puppies up, and they'll just keep going season after season. I don't even have to plant them. You guys see that? Fig, which is almost ready. Go down this way. There's some more lamb's quarter. Tomato plant growing there. With some sunflower seeds hanging on top. Here's some more of the bitter melon, guys. This one's actually young. This one's turning yellow, getting ready to go to seed. And we still have some more blooms of the bitter melon. Some more tomatoes. Even down here. I can't keep up with the harvest, guys, to be honest. This one's a little bit eaten. That other one looks a little bit rotten. This is butterfly weed. And the butterflies just love it. I've pulled so many out of here and there's still a bunch. I'll show you one that's actually blooming. Okay, we're gonna go down this way. We have hibiscus here. I can't wait to be getting some of the hibiscus blooms. And then this year I also planted different things in here, different blackberries and things. Blackberries all along here. I will have to do a fence here so that they can climb on. Blackberry plants like, let me show you. Arapaho. No, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. There it is. Some beautiful tomatoes. Hey, Bella. Hey. Bella. Did you have a good night? Do you want to eat a tomato instead of a cardinal? She's bad with the birds. She's a bad girl. Okay. We have some beautiful tomatoes. Huge. And some beautiful yellow plum. Oh well, they look like yellow plums. They're actually yellow tomatoes. We do have a yellow plum tree though. It's just not in fruit yet. But yeah, these tomatoes look awesome. They look delicious. I'm actually gonna eat one right now and see what good they are. They're just falling, they're so ready. Really good. And these things I've put my ginger mint, which is making a slow comeback. But I have faith that it will come back. Some of my cologne mint. Here's some more of that bitter melon, guys. That bitter melon just all over the place. So that one's more like a perennial because it self-seeds so well. I wish cucumbers would do that. This is candy mint. Really good smell. Like candy cane. Some more tomatoes. Right here we have a loofah that's in bloom, yellow blooms. I don't think it's gonna have time to produce its fruit and, you know, the fruit ripe enough for us to use the sponges. But this sweet potato here that you see growing around here, that one is that one's a volunteer from last year. I just left it right here, and it came back. I put them all along this way, but they just didn't do that good down that way because it's more shaded, more low. more water, probably rotted. This area is more dry, well drained, more sun, so the sweet potato did come back. Some beautiful zinnias at this end, just keeping the butterflies fed. Have some amaranth here, and have some grapes along over there that they have a little bit of an issue, a little bit of a fungi issue to be exact. Here in Arkansas, the humidity is just terrible, terrible. And here we have muscadines. These muscadines are really, really good. You just gotta get the ripe ones. Mmm, yummy. This is really good, guys. This right here is a black locust tree. It's taller than me now, but whenever I planted it, it's probably my waist high at its tallest. Alright guys, I'm not going to give you the tour of down there because down there is kind of messy still. But here's where a persimmon tree is, and it's dropping all of its persimmons. So from here, the fence that way to that fence, I'm not going to show you. But I am going to show you everything in the permaculture garden, which has been filled with about 6 inches of mulch in some areas or more. And Bermuda grass is wanting to creep in, so I got to get it out of here. But apple tree here. Here's a tunnel of Jerusalem artichokes. Have a peach tree there. Some more Jerusalem artichokes. This is where I let my tomatoes climb up. And I'm trying out things like berries as well, because berries are awesome. These are blackberries, and boy did we have a lot of blackberries this year, and we're gonna have a lot next year as well. Have some more tomatoes underneath the blackberry and tomato arbor thing that made itself here. I got some beautiful blooms here of this is, I think, Chinese bean, Japanese bean, long green bean. I'm gonna call it that because that's what I know that it is. It's a long green bean. I believe it's Asian. So yeah, they're just everywhere, producing everywhere, and the ants are all over them. And yeah, they're really good because the green beans right now are not producing. So it's good to have backups, different varieties. So you always have something to eat. Here's one of the thimbleberries that I'm trying out. Over there, there's berry bushes that are hidden. Burdock, volunteer. I'm leaving it for the blood, really good. Our bottle gourds, I don't know if you can see them from here, have all fallen. I've harvested up some of them. Back to the lemongrass here. We made a circle. And back to the fig tree. So we made a little lap here. I'm tying these tomatoes back, and just wanted to show you these beautiful tomatoes right here. I'm gonna be harvesting these right now. Just neglected these tomatoes, but didn't even tie them up. But I am grateful for this one and for all of them. Just the mulch, guys. Look at that. How to grow tomatoes. Just let them go. and then come and pick them. Look at all that live mushrooms in the soil here. Wood chips covering the soil. Always.
Air potatoes.
And muscadines. Our breakfast is ready. If you live in Arkansas, I suggest you plant this muscadine instead of grapes. Just because, trust me. I think that they do better without any pesticides, anything. Muscadines are just hassle-free pretty much. As long as you keep them watered during that dry season, you're good. And air potatoes, a perennial. You don't even have to dig it up. Little potatoes taste just like them. You can eat them raw. You can cook them. The muscadines are really good too. You want to get them whenever they're kind of like brown looking, and that way their skin is a little bit softer, thinner, and they're really sweet, really good. Make sure you get it at the right time, before they fall down. But we're just out here getting our breakfast, and we wanted to show you air potatoes, which are growing in here somewhere with the morning glories. And here, I'll show you how they grow. See this one? That one is an air potato, and there's some more in here. There's some more babies, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one actually. There's some more in here. See them? Oh, there they are. See those? So you just plant those and they'll grow in lines. So you just find them with the muscadines while you're looking for them. And here's a little bit more of what we're picking for dinner today, and just come out here to a local grocery store. And we know where it's grown, you know, how it's grown, what's been in it, everything, what's on it, everything. So this is the way to go, guys. You know, the cheap way, the best way. And all it takes is a little bit of covering at the beginning. You already know the covering. That keeps your moisture, see? That keeps your organisms. It's all about the little stuff. You know how they say, big deed, big deed. Just kidding. Yeah. You know, the big stuff, little stuff makes the big stuff. And, yeah. All right. So back to the muscadines. There. Look at them. They are just yummies. Yummy. We can eat the skin. The skin's really good for you too. And yeah, so highly suggest you growing these. Very profitable, I think. Most people, I've never heard about them. You can't find them at the store, I don't think. But these, there's also some red ones, and yeah, the air potatoes. Don't forget to grow those. I also wanted to share with you some of the varieties that we're growing here. Like this one, that is Chinese green bean, a long green bean. Some burgundy okra, and then some okra. I'm not sure of the variety. Then we have some lemon drop,
Yellow pear.
yellow pear. What do you call those? Tomatoes. And then we have these, the heirloom tomatoes. They were a little bigger at the beginning of the season, but they're nice. And then we also have this one that's producing really good right now. It's our pink tomato. They always produce later on. San Marzano. And we also have, not sure if we picked them yet. There's still some down there to be picked of Roma tomatoes. So all of these are doing good. Tomatoes and okra. Bitter melon. You know, they say out there, I'm not recommending this because I'm not a doctor or anything, but yeah, it takes out the sugar, which sugar is what causes cancer, part of it. So it's a bitter, it cleans you out. So yeah, really good for you, nutritious. and some more tomatoes.